Welcome to this edition of ARTV News. I'm Tony Beauvais. In today's show, ARTV News, the St Kilda Festival is back, Asia Topa, Street Art Melbourne, an outdoor escape game, the Big Sculpture launch, the Melbourne Art Print Fair, Moonlight Cinema, and ARTV Magazine. The winners of the 34th postcard show at Linda New Art have been announced. The Linda New Art Board First Nations Award went to Georgia Ann with her Bear Coil Vessel. The Henry Abstract Award was given to Nigel Higgins for Gertrude Pinks. The Geoffrey Conahan and Matthew Erb's Tertiary Award went to Zoe Barber for Sermon of St John the Baptist, after Bruegel and Alana Rosenbrock won the Rotary Port Phillip Portrait Award for self-portrait. The Linden Postcard Show supports living Australian artists by providing a platform to present and sell their work. Over the years, the exhibition has been a stepping stone for many emerging artists to have their work seen and recognised, leading to future opportunities. For all the other winners, visit the Linden New Art website. Never before seen in Australia and direct from Mexico's Museo Frida Kahlo, this exhibition is an intimate portrayal of one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. Frida Kahlo, in her own image, was conceptualised and curated by Circe Henestrosa, fashion curator and head of the School of Fashion at LaSalle College of the Arts, Singapore. In her own image features the iconic artist's personal belongings, fashion collection, makeup, accessories, even medical items which were sealed for 50 years in a bathroom in Kahlo's cherished family home, illuminating the personal, political, philosophical and artistic influences which shaped Kahlo's revolutionary creative style and her distinctive worldview. Exclusive to Bendigo Art Gallery. See the website for details. Experience the groundbreaking work of Greek-Australian artist Tina Stefanou. This immersive exhibition, You Can't See Speed, is presented at ACCA and explores the multi-sensory experience of film beyond vision. You Can't See Speed is presented at ACCA and explores the multi-sensory experience of film beyond vision. A key feature is a new collaborative commission with blind motorcycle mechanic and rider Matthew Cassar, delving into themes of trust, adrenaline and self-actualisation. The exhibition showcases Stefanou's diverse artistic practice, which includes experimental performance, film, sculpture, ethnographic research and socially engaged projects. It also highlights her ongoing exploration of the voice as a medium, collaborative creation and the interconnectedness of humans and animals. Don't miss this unique opportunity to engage with Stefanou's powerful work. Visit the website for full details. Choreographer Harrison Ritchie Jones is making waves with his eclectic and unconventional approach to dance. With high technical skill, this surreal storytelling, Tantrum for Six, takes us into a parallel universe where 6 babies are born from a thunderstorm with the natural ability to dance together. Featuring an ensemble of expert dancers, this mesmerising storm of movement captures raw emotions, chaos and grace. Ritchie Jones is garnering wide praise for the originality of his work. His choreographic practice celebrates dance and is fueled by a curiosity in techniques from a range of physical practices. Ritchie Jones describes the work as a new movement language that's a refined technical practice of weaving and blending contemporary dance with inspiration from rodeo, barnyard dance, wrestling, classical partner dance, martial arts, contact improvisation, figure skating, breakdance, and other abstract references. Visit the website for full details. Soak up the sun and the river vibes at the 2025 Riverboats Music Festival at Echuca Moama. Nestled under majestic red gums by the Murray River, this much-loved festival brings together an unbeatable blend of live music, stunning scenery, and the charm of historic paddle steamers gliding by. With just one stage, you'll enjoy an intimate experience with plenty of space to dance, relax, and explore all the delicious food trucks. The 2025 lineup features headliners Ian Moss, The Cruel Sea, and John Butler, along with top talents like Dan Sultan, Little Birdie, and Bic Runga. Rock and roots lovers will feel right at home as each day brings a fresh mix of artists including indie rock, alt country, alternative country and rising stars within Australian music. Returning for another year, Brian Nankervis will MC the event and the beloved paddle steamers sideshow will once again set sail. Tickets are on sale now, so secure your spot for an unforgettable Valentine's weekend on the river. Check out the website for more info.
Get ready for a weekend of sun, sound and celebration as the iconic St Kilda Festival returns this month. Proudly presented by the City of Port Phillip, this beloved event is Australia's largest and longest running free music festival, drawing more than 325,000 attendees each year and boasting an economic impact for $31.5 million for St Kilda and Victoria. This year's festival promises a diverse lineup of over 70 bands and artists, showcasing the vibrant Port Phillip community and its love for live music. Saturday will kick off with First Peoples First, a tribute to the incredible talent of First Peoples artists, featuring both established and emerging acts across 2 stages at South Beach Reserve and O'Donnell Gardens. This day is a heartfelt celebration of culture and community. Sunday's Big Festival Sunday is set to be a multi-stage extravaganza with live music at its core. Attendees can enjoy a bustling atmosphere with food and market stalls, carnival rides and community activities, making it a perfect outing for all ages. The much-loved new music competition will return, giving emerging artists a chance to shine on the new music stage. The audience-voted winner will secure a coveted spot on one of the festival's main stages in 2026. Don't miss your chance to experience the magic of summer at the 2025 St Kilda Festival. Whether you're a live music fan, a food lover, or simply looking for a celebration of community, this iconic event has something for everyone. Visit the St Kilda Festival website for the latest updates, program announcements, and how to get involved.
Melbourne is set to shine as the Asia Pacific Triennial of Performing Arts, or Asia Topa, returns from February 20th. The citywide festival celebrates the rich artistry and culture of the Asia Pacific, featuring breathtaking performances, cutting-edge installations, and bold collaboration across dance, theater, music, and visual arts. Asia Topa's performance program includes 33 captivating events, with 18 world premieres and groundbreaking commissions. Highlights include Milestone, an opening night tribute to iconic photographer William Yang at Hammer Hall, and United, a futuristic dance spectacle at the Sydney Myer Music Bowl, blending gamelan beats, Javanese techno, and animatronic costumes. Audiences can also experience Gapunupan, Chasing the Rainbow, a powerful First Nation collaboration uniting artists from Arnhem Land and Taiwan. But Asia Topa isn't just about performances. It's a nighttime travesty program brings art and club culture together, while the Knowledge Stream offers workshops and conversations with leading artists. Venues like Art Centre Melbourne, NGV, and Bunjil Place will host these transformative events, making Melbourne a hub of creativity and connection. Whether you're a fan of contemporary art or looking to explore bold new ideas, Asia Topa is a getaway to the vibrant artistry of the Asia Pacific. Don't miss this extraordinary celebration of cultural exchange and innovation. Visit their website for tickets and program details.
Have you heard? There's a game taking over Melbourne's laneways, and it's not like anything you have seen before. The Street Art Melbourne Outdoor Escape game is a brand new way to experience the city's iconic murals. It's where adventure, art, and mysteries collide in one epic, interactive experience. Forget traditional escape rooms. This game lets you roam the streets while you solve puzzles and uncover hidden secrets woven into the urban art that surrounds you. From the moment you step into Melbourne's vibrant laneways, you will become a part of the story, diving deep into the street art scene with each clue you find. Work with your team, follow the trail of artwork, and unlock mysteries that only Melbourne's hidden worlds can reveal. Every corner you turn offers a new challenge, making you see the city in a whole new light. It's the perfect mix of creativity, adventure, and teamwork. No two games are ever the same. So if you're looking for something out of the ordinary, step into the heart of Melbourne's street art and get ready for the ultimate outdoor escape. For more information, And to book your game, visit the website.
The big sculpture originally began at the St Kilda Community Gardens Veg House and now has expanded to include landmarks of St Kilda. The big sculpture was originally conceived by Adrian Spur and Mariella Diaconti and Robert Taylor. The big sculpture trail now offers a unique opportunity to experience art in the heart of the iconic seaside suburb. The curated route showcases each sculpture within the context of St Kilda's rich, historic and cultural landscape, its instinctive architecture and its natural environment. The approximately 60-minute walking trail begins at Ackland Street Plaza and loops through vibrant local precincts. Visitors can navigate the trail using a digital map available on the Big Sculpture website via a QR code or by obtaining a printed map. The route encompasses the lively Ackland Street atmosphere, quieter residential streets, panoramic bay views and various places to eat, drink and relax along the way. Many of the artists have exhibited in the finest galleries and competitions in Australia and have been commissioned to create artworks for permanent exhibitions throughout the state. A number have won awards and accolades and are represented in national collections. Many of these artists have helped define what sculpture is in Australia today. The trail concludes at the St Kilda Community Gardens, providing a space for contemplation and reflection. Discover the intersection of art and urban space on the Big Sculpture Trail. See the website for further details.
Art lovers, get ready for an exciting new event as the Melbourne Print Art Fair kicks off at Linden New Art in St Kilda. This highly anticipated celebration of creativity shines a spotlight on the rich and diverse world of printmaking, offering art enthusiasts a unique chance to explore, learn, and even start their own collections of original prints. Curated by the visionary team behind Kaleidoscope Editions and Negative Press, the fair brings together some of the most celebrated printmaking studios in Australia, including Megaloo Print Studio, Baldacin Press, and Spacecraft. Visitors will also encounter works by renowned artists like Melinda Harper, Rob McHaffey, and Brooke Andrew. The event features engaging talks with artists, printers, and publishers, offering insights into the techniques and stories behind the art. With its focus on accessibility and affordability, the Melbourne Art Print Fair aims to highlight the beauty and importance of printmaking and showcase its value as a contemporary art form. From traditional techniques to bold, experimental approaches, it's a must-see for anyone passionate about art. Join the celebration of this dynamic medium at Linden New Art and visit their website for more details.
Imagine a perfect summer evening under the stars, surrounded by nature, and the big screen lighting up with your favorite movie. That's what the Moonlight cinema at the Royal Botanical Gardens offers. An experience unlike any other in Melbourne. Say goodbye to ordinary movie nights and step into the magic of an open-air cinema. The Royal Botanical Gardens transforms into a stunning outdoor theatre where you can enjoy films under the open sky. As the evening cools, the excitement heats up with a mix of classic films and the latest hits playing on the big screen. From family-friendly favourites to thrilling blockbusters, the Moonlight cinema lineup is packed with movies for everyone. Grab your blanket, bring your snacks, and settle in for one-of-a-kind cinema experience where the movie isn't the only thing you will enjoy. Nature adds the perfect backdrop. Ready for a movie night that's anything but ordinary? Get to the Moonlight Cinema and make your summer nights unforgettable. For more details and to grab your tickets, visit the website.
Well, hi everyone. Such excitement. I'm here with Adam Wallace. Adam is our very own New York Times bestseller list person. I don't think we've ever interviewed someone with such credentials. Usually they're fucking hopeless and we get stuck with losers. And here we are with you.
Only a partial loser. It's going to be great.
So, where to begin? Well, I think we have to begin the beginning. I want to just say one thing first to you. People, you see it in the general media a lot. You know, I'm going to write a kid's book.
Yep.
And every 2 weeks, a celebrity will have written a kid's book. Everyone thinks it's bloody easy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Are you just a moron who's just lucked out, or is there something to it?
It could be both, really.
Yeah.
And I think you do kind of luck out. Look, I think it's really interesting. It's not as easy as people think. You think it's easy, but again, as we were chatting just before we came on, you've got to do an entire story in 500 words or less for a picture book, and not even just an entire story that captures kids' attention. They want to hear it again and again. It excites them. It entertains them, and that's not easy. And I was at a thing recently in America, and we were chatting at breakfast, and someone said to someone else, "Oh, you should write a kids' book. They're only 400 words." And I kind of muddled under my breath, "Yeah, 400 good words." And someone heard me, and they're like, "It's true. It's does.
Absolutely
it's got to be
true,
so tight.
They're short.
Yeah.
They're tight. Kids have an attention span which rivals mine for shortness and brevity.
Yeah.
I'm done.
It's so true.
I'm done. I've got a short attention span.
And it's getting
kids have got a shorter attention span.
And getting shorter with all the snappy videos and everything we're watching now as well, where everyone's like, I go to the next one. If it's not good and doesn't get him in the first bit. I was reading one time, I worked at before and after care. I had 5 kids in front of me. It was a 1-page story, like literally 1 A4 page. I started reading halfway through. 2 of the kids didn't look at each other, just both stood up and walked off. And like,
total judgment.
If they don't, total judgment. I was shattered. That's not going to work.
Did you have a blub?
Not there. I'm like, that's fine. As I'm driving
it's not
home.
Fine.
It's not fine.
Okay. So you didn't have an auspicious beginning as an engineer, as a writer, because you're an engineer.
Yeah.
So tell us about that academic background.
So I did engineering, 4-year course in 5 years, so smash that. Never failed a subject before I went, but then I discovered the gym, pool and beer, and my marks went...
The holy trinity of evil.
The holy trinity of university and evil, exactly. But look, I don't regret it at all. I made great friends. It financed me when I started up my writing, because I could do my self-publishing, so it financed that. Still got friends I went to uni with, and it was great. And I love maths. I love the maths, but engineering, especially first year, you're doing, I don't know, I think I did 10 or 11 subjects in that first year that's just general. So you're not specialising in anything.
It's sort of doing year 12 again.
It's doing year 12 again, but it's also doing stuff like soil mechanics, which I don't want to do soil mechanics, but you had to pass it to get to second year to specialise.
But it's not the typical apprentice for a writer.
It's possibly not. I did go back and do a teaching degree probably 10 years after that, when I'd started writing, and I would test my stuff on the kids, and I thought I wanted to be a teacher, but there was a lot about teaching that it didn't sit right. And so much of teaching I find now isn't about the kids at all. It's about the school's results, it's about getting these things done and getting marks done, and you've got to cram everything in, and it's just like, it's about the marks more than the kids becoming good people. And I know, like, I've got lots of friends who are teachers and love them, and teachers work so hard.
This is incredibly controversial.
It is incredibly controversial, but the poor teachers are so overwhelmed with what they've got to fit in. They don't have time to do anything.
You spend a lot of time with teachers, don't you?
Yeah, I do. A lot of time with teachers, and I go out to about 60 schools a year doing visits as well, and some of my closest friends are teachers. And I mean, when I was a kid, we had an extra play in the afternoon, and we played kickball every Friday afternoon. Yeah. There's no way they can do stuff like that now.
So what about...
Take a breath.
Steering away from the controversy, let's get back to facts and figures.
Yeah.
How long have you been a children's author?
So I wrote my first story in 1999. I still remember it. It was called Blip. And then it was 2004 I self-published for the first time. So I got my first book published.
So it was 5 years after you'd done your first book.
First thing I wrote, it was 5 years later I self-published. I was on about 150 rejections, I think, at that stage.
Yeah, of course.
And wrote, after working with the kids in the schools and seeing that they liked what I was writing, I thought, I'm just going to self-publish. I want to have a book. I want to have my name on a book, even if nothing happens. So I did that, self-published, did 2,000 copies. They sold pretty quickly, like sort of 6 months or something. I went,
and
there's
had a good
something.
Illustrator?
Had a great, funnily enough, it's Heath McKenzie, who I found on just a website for illustrators. And my wife at the time, she looked at it and she's like, oh, yeah, he's great. He came over, opened the door, and he looked at her and he went, I know you. She went, I know you. And they were both studying fine arts at university, and she hadn't clicked that it was the same person. He's now become, he was just starting out, he's now become one of Australia's top illustrators, Heath McKenzie. He's done Do Not Open This Book, which is, I think it's sold about 3 million copies.
Oh, that's
Andy Lee.
Andy Lee.
Yeah. So Heath illustrated that, and he's amazing. So we just happened to be in right space, right time.
So in terms of beginning, so that's your first one.
Yep.
Massive rejection, you'd have to say.
Oh, massive, yeah.
And look, I've had that rejection. You know, I too have written for young adults, an older demographic than the books I'm holding in my hand now. Yeah, it's tough. But the one I had published was by the same group, I think. It was distributed by Scholastic, which is your publisher.
Yeah, so in Australia I've done about 20 odd books with Scholastic now.
Wow.
In the key section, yeah.
Speaking of which, how many books have you written?
So as I say to kids, there's two answers. So I've done 173 books I've had published, but to do those 173 books, I've written over 4,000 stories.
Is that right?
Yeah, so it's pretty much been every day for the last 25 years. And it's like comedians say, you know, they'll do 3 hours of material for a 10-minute set, or a 100-metre sprinter will do however many hours of training for a 10-second race. So it's just all practice, and some are good, some are not. Some I wish got published, some are just...
Well, you can always have another go.
You always have another go, and there's never wasted. It's like the engineering. There's bits in stories that I go, oh, even just that sentence I wrote there, I'm going to use that for this character here, or even that character didn't work there, but I'll put it into this book here. And so, or it's just practice where you've just been writing, and we're writers, so write. Like a lot of people say, yeah, I'm a writer. I find the time on the weekend. I'm like, if you're a writer, you'll find the time to write every day if you want to write, and even if it's 5 minutes, like even just, I mean, a picture book's 500 words. If you can do 100 words in a day, which even just as a draft, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to take long, but in a week you've got a book, and then you can work. You can spend your time working on that after.
That's right. Look, one of the benefits of having short works, and kids' works are short.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Is that it does compress the time to
get
start
something.
and finish.
Exactly. You get something you can work from, and it's so much easier to work from something, even if it's not great, than trying to think up a new thing. But then, I mean, YA, they're what, 60,000 words or something. So it's a whole different thing.
Just going back to the beginnings again.
Yes, we've tangented.
Yeah, we tangented. I was just getting to the dirty bits. And so you were with your wife.
Yep. And
she helped you start, or inspired you to start, or told you to start?
A little bit of each. So she was amazingly supportive. Like she's just like
But she dumped you.
She did. Well, of course, yeah. Eventually, yeah. I mean, listen to me.
You're a dumpy. You were dumped.
I was dumped. I was dumped hard.
Oh God, you poor bastard.
No, we're still friends actually. We get on really well. So
that sounded a little bit token rescue the situation. But anyway, so
no, she was great.
But it was sort of like a joint project of the marriage, that you both exploring writing, and you both did it together. You wouldn't have done it without her.
100%.
She wouldn't have done it without you.
No, so she was actually doing a professional writing degree at Deakin. But
she's a loser compared to you.
Comparatively, yeah.
Let's get this right.
Yep.
The dumper is a loser. Anyway.
She's actually one of Australia's top psychologists now as well. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
God, she's such an overachiever. I hate her, and I've never met her.
She's such an achiever. She really is. She's going to do so. And she's an amazing fine artist. And so she wrote and illustrated a kid's book for uni for a subject she was doing. And I was telling her how good it was. And she actually said, as we talked about, anyone can write a kid's book. And I was like, well, I can't write a kid's book. And I was engineering at the time. She's like, I bet you $10 you could. I was like, I bet you $10 I can't. And so took the bet. I wrote
lost
it.
The money.
I lost the $10. I've doubled it.
You're a double loser in this marriage.
It's going real well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You wonder why she left.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, it's sort of like an important origin story that you come from left field. You're an engineer. Yep. But you're in a marriage and you do it together.
And it unleashed something in me. Like when I wrote that first book, and I still remember it so clearly, that book, but I know it wasn't great, but it just opened. I'm like, oh, what have I done? I hadn't been since year 12 because I hated school in year 12. I hated English in year 12. Loved school, hated English, and almost failed English in year 12. And so I just said, that's it. I'm not going to write. Writing's terrible. And I wrote that story, and I was like, oh my God. And then that year, I don't know how many hundreds of things I wrote. It just flowed out of me. So she opened it, and then when I self-published, she supported me going down to 3 days a week at engineering, and she was
so important,
massive reason.
And then she dumped you.
Well, look,
I hate to come back to this all the time.
She built me up, and then she's like, I'm out. I'm going to help someone else now. You're doing fine.
Well, thanks for coming in, and see you later.
Thanks.
And good luck with this Christmas offering for the New York bestseller list.
Amazing. Thanks so much for having me. It's been great. Been such a laugh.
Okay.
Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us and let us know about anything coming up within the Inner Melbourne or Port Phillip region, shoot us an email at info@artv.com.au. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.